Aloha, this is Skye with FNN-Feminist News Network, the feminist news that you can use. Today, coming to you from the Rainbow Room. Alright, so I would like to talk today about Reality Winner. Yesterday, she was sentenced 5 years, 3 months after already spending 15 months in prison for just a single nonviolent charge of releasing information to the media. An old draconian law used back in the turn of the century. Oh my God! Obama pulled this law out of his ass, and then they just threw it around like Pez dispensers to go after people like Manning and others. And so Trump's boys are using this to just smack the law down on her as if they're happy about it. And then they lie about something she said in a joke and tell the people like she actually said that. You know, do their lives go to no end because their situation with ICE, rolling back the internet, you know, coal regulations going back, which will create more deaths and lung disease. It's just amazing how lies are just the new norm in politics. It's crazy. It's just crazy because this 26-year-old woman does not belong in there, and she spent like the longest time explaining in her opportunity to talk in the courtroom how she was like many of us, you know, just kind of blown away by the black ops of 9/11 and really felt like she needed to be in the military like her brother to serve in the Air Force, which isn't easy to get in. And we know this, man. You know, this ain't the Army where the judge sentenced you to the Army. You got to work to get into the Air Force. And this woman did that. She believed in 9/11. She believed in wanting to help the country fight battles against terror that was really trying to take some oil. All right, now. So it wasn't like she was trying to, and it wasn't like she was trying to let loose secrets that were going to destroy the nation. She was warning us about the Russia scare, and actually is helping Trump in that regard. So if Trump is tweeting about it and saying what he said, you know, he should free her. He should free her. So, you know what? I'm talking too much. Let's take a look at some of the stuff that I put together from Democracy Now! And give you a quick video of what's going on if you didn't already know about Reality Winner. Let's take a look.
NSA whistleblower Reality Winner has been sentenced to 5 years and 3 months in prison, the longest sentence ever imposed in federal court for leaking government information to the media. The 26-year-old Reality Winner is the first person to be sentenced under the Espionage Act since President Trump took office. Her sentencing Thursday came after she pleaded guilty in June to transmitting a top-secret document to a news organization. She'd faced up to 10 years in prison. Winner was arrested by FBI agents at her home in Augusta, Georgia, June 3, 2017, 2 days before The Intercept published an expose revealing Russian military intelligence and conducted a cyber attack on at least one U.S. voting software company just days before the U.S. presidential election in 2016. The expose was based on a classified NSA report from May 5, 2017, that shows the agency is convinced the Russian General Staff Main Intelligence Directorate, or GRU, was responsible for interfering in the 2016 presidential election. Earlier this morning, President Trump tweeted about the case, saying, quote, ex-NSA contractor to spend 63 months in jail over classified information. Gee, this is small potatoes compared to what Hillary Clinton did. So unfair, Jeff. Double standard. Billie Winner Davis, you were in the courtroom with your daughter. Can you share your reaction to her plea deal and sentencing?
Well, I think yesterday, my initial reaction to the whole proceeding and the judge's sentencing was I was relieved that the judge did approve of the plea agreement that the parties had reached for the 63 months in prison with a 3-year supervised release. Today, I'm a little bit bitter. I'm a little angry. No, I should say I'm a lot bitter today. Just processing it, knowing that she is going to be serving the longest prison sentence for this, hearing Mr. Christine's comments about her, hearing, again, that she has to be the deterrent for anyone else in America who would think of warning us, of blowing the whistle on something important like this. It's really hard. It's hard as her mother to have to experience this and to know that she's going to be the one who is going to set the example. She's that first leaker under Trump's administration. She's the first one that they intended to nail to the door as a message to others. Reality had a pretty lengthy statement that she had worked on. She let the judge know a little bit about who she was. She did share with the court that she was grateful for the professionalism that everyone had shown to her, the respectful environment. She let the court know, a little bit about who she was, why she went in to serve her country. She basically went through her childhood, her relationship with her father, how 9/11 had affected her as a child, how she followed her stepbrother's footsteps to go into the Air Force to be a linguist. She wanted to serve her country. She really had the desire to protect and defend and serve her country. I think she was trying to, let the court know that although in some statements with texting with her sister, she did indicate that she hates America, that's not really who she was. And so she was really letting the court know a little bit about herself. She also apologized to the court. She apologized to the government for the breach of trust. She apologized to the court and the government for the expense that she has cost them. She apologized to her family. She indicated that she knew that what she had done was wrong. She indicated that she was willing to accept responsibility and willing to move forward and accept the consequences of her actions.
How long has she been in jail, Billie?
She's been in jail for about 15 months.
Will time served be part of that more than 5 years in jail?
Yes, it's my understanding that time served will count toward her sentence, day for day.
When she came into the courtroom, you heard her shackles?
Yes, that was really difficult. That's the first time that we've heard that, I think, because typically she's been in the courtroom downstairs and there's carpeting. You kind of hear her shuffle. But yesterday it was very quiet when they brought her in, and when she went up to the podium, you could actually hear her leg shackles hit the floor and make that clanking sound. She is very much presented as a criminal in that court. They dehumanize her and they portray her as a criminal. The defense team did ask the marshals if we could be allowed, a brief visit with her yesterday at the courthouse, and again, we were denied. They make this request whenever they can, and again, the marshals will not permit us to be in the same room with her.
People should recognize that Reality Winner is going to jail for a single count under the Espionage Act. There have been other leak cases, and in the case of Jeffrey Sterling, a CIA whistleblower, he was sentenced for, I believe it was 7 counts of violating the Espionage Act, ended up with a total of 42 months in prison. You can tell that's way less than 5 years for a single violation of the Espionage Act. This is extraordinary when you view Reality Winner's case.
But it took Winner's act of bravery to bring key details of an attempt to compromise the democratic process in 2016 to public attention. Those same details were included in the July indictment of alleged Russian military intelligence operatives issued by Special Counsel Robert Mueller. Instead of being recognized as a conscience-driven whistleblower whose disclosure helped protect U.S. elections, Winner was prosecuted with vicious resolve, Betsy Reed wrote, again, editor-in-chief of The Intercept. Can you respond to the sentence that Reality Winner received?
I think it was outrageous. I think what has been done by the Trump administration to Reality is just terrible, and it's one of the worsting miscarriages of justice I've seen in a long time. What Reality Winner did was a public service. The disclosure of the document in this that The Intercept published it provided a really important wake-up call to the American people that Russian intelligence was hacking into the election systems of states, that even Congress recognizes that what Reality Winner did was a public service. It's an archaic World War I era law that the government uses because it's so vague that you can charge almost anybody for anything. If you look at the indictment of the 12 Russian intelligence operatives, virtually the entire information in there is the same information made public in the, or it was based on some of the same information that was in that NSA document.
Did you hear that? Did you hear the words of her mother? From her mother's heart. You know, she was happy for a minute. And then it sank in like it usually does with most women. Once it sinks in, then you get angry. Get fired up. And you can tell that the mother has become an advocate for her child, because without that, she might have gotten even more time than what they are trying to slap on her. And thank God that the 15 months she had goes toward that. And knowing that the child is being intimidated and mistreated at every turn, just like they did with Manning by putting him into solitary confinement, you know, I'm glad that the judge accepted a better place for her to go, and I hope they do allow that to happen. Because, you know, there's been enough mistreatment just by giving her this freaking jail sentence for a nonviolent offense of just letting the media know. All of a sudden, telling real news has become fake news. This McCarthy-era bullshit about mistreating the media has just gone a little too far. So, in regards to Reality Winners and her situation, I hope she can withstand the next 5 years and 3 months. Hopefully she can get out for early release. Maybe if we're lucky and Trump means what he says in his Twitters, he can pardon a woman like this that does not deserve to be in there for a minor offense. Let's not forget, like her mother said, we do not want to forget Reality Winner. We do not want to forget that she suffered for letting us know something about Russia. When all this Russia shit is going around, she's the one that laid it down and gave us the real deal on Russia. Alright, so if you appreciate stories like this about Reality Winners, contact me at FeministNewsN@gmail.com. Don't forget to like my Facebook page, subscribe to my Feminist News Network YouTube channel to get exclusive stories that you're not going to hear anywhere else. I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. And I appreciate your support. Peace.